Hello viewers, and thank you so much for passing by my channel. I'd like to thank all the subscribers, and I'd also like to thank those who've been coming to watch. Even if you haven't subscribed, I'd like to ask you to please press that button because it's free. My name is Josephine or Mama Gigi, and I live in Ruai of Nairobi. We're on the outskirts of Nairobi, so we are sort of in a semi-rural area, although we're within the city precincts, within the city, but I like it. I like it living here. Today I want to talk about resilience and perseverance in the face of lack or shortage of finances or challenges, but when you're pursuing a goal. I was watching a video yesterday, a vlog made by Tess. I think she's called Tess. I'll put a link of her second name. And Tess talked about how she had a very successful channel and she was planning to move to the UK, and she was relying on her YouTube channel to support her finances while she was there. And then all of a sudden, within a span of a week, almost 30 of her videos were pulled down. She contested against it with the YouTube administration. I think only 3 were returned, but the rest remained down. And months later, she did not give up, but it affected it drastically put things back for her. But months later, she went to check why that might have happened. And in retrospect, she realized that she might have, because they kept on saying she had contravened some bylaws or regulations of YouTube. And so I think what she said was she decided to put a caveat, or I don't know what that is called. I'm also going to put that here, but to make a notification that all that she was posting was for educative purposes, which is something that most of us should think about, because when you get your videos pulled down by YouTube, especially if they had brought you such a big following, it's very, very hard. It hasn't happened to me, but it has happened to a lot of people that I've been following that have been very successful. And key to note is Mohan Mekin, the fellow who was giving shows about India. I mean, he got recognition plaques from YouTube, but before that, there are times when his whole YouTube channel used to be pulled down with millions of viewers. But the thing that for these two people, the thing that strikes me the most is their perseverance. They knew they had a good product to sell. They knew they had the audience for it, the buyer for it, and they knew they were a good seller. They were selling at the right price. They were giving the right information. They were giving the right education, and it was earning them money, of course, yes. But their goal was to educate as they were earning an income and making a living. And how many of us give up? How many of us give up in the face of success is building up, but we get to a certain point and we just think that, no, I'm not going to be able to bear with this. The same thing is happening to me right now. My channel is very young. My YouTube channel has, I think, less than 30. It has less than 33 followers. At the last count, I had 33. Yes, when I checked in the morning. But I'm not giving up because I know it's going to grow. When I started my TikTok account, I was not even looking at the numbers. But one time I think I tried to check about monetization because there's something I wanted to do to become a partner, and then I realized, and then of course you get the instruction that says you cannot monetize until you have so many followers. And so I deliberately set out to create quality content that gives me followers, to make it to 1,000 followers. With YouTube, it's different because with YouTube, as much as it's also for entertainment, I will keep telling my story, no matter how long it's going to take to get to monetization. But in TikTok, there's so much more that I want to do. And because I'm posting more frequently and there's a lot of fun activity going there, there's less of my serious life in TikTok as there is in YouTube. So continuously, I've taught myself how to practice perseverance in my quest to improve my production on my YouTube channel and on the TikTok, but especially on my YouTube channel. So at first, I did not have the proper tools. I did not have a very good phone. I did not know how to edit. Yet I could see very clearly that editing was such an important part. Yes, we're on a flight path, so that happens a lot. So my encouragement to you would be that keep on practicing what you're doing, keep on giving and producing and trying. If you're selling clothes, do not think, when will I ever make it? Keep on being present every day. Maybe there's somebody who's looking for someone who can be available every day to buy from. If you have a shop, if you're cooking and you're trying, keep on trying. Today make mandazis, tomorrow make chapatis, the other day bake a cake. Try with the people that are available. You know, you must you must have a market that you're aiming at. But sometimes, because before you get to the real market that belongs to you, try with the market that is available to you, because it might be a process to get to attract that market. So, but when you keep on practicing, practice makes perfect. Like for me, I mean, the first people that I've encouraged to follow my YouTube channel is my friends and my family. Not all may follow, but they've heard that I'd like you to follow my channel. But in the process, maybe because the algorithm, of course, will always bring different people. I've reached out also to my YouTube, to my Facebook friends, to my Instagram friends, but I keep consistency. Consistency alone is what is going to get you to that mile, because there might be somebody who at one point is going to think, oh, talking to someone, oh, by the way, I saw Josephine has this channel. And the other person will be like, oh, let me go and check. But if they go and check and they found you had stopped, that affects you. But if they find you're going on, they might turn, they might share, they might the computer they're using, somebody else might come on and maybe like that. So many things are connected to help you get to the better place. So today I'm sending a word of encouragement. Please persevere in what you're doing, whether you're selling clothes, whether you're selling food, whether you're studying, whether you're in the search for a spouse. Yes, it's the same even with being on dating apps. Find out, what are you doing wrong? Did you post different pictures that were not so good? Have you been looking at profiles that have people who are looking in one way? Would you change different for a short while? Maybe look at only approved profiles. Maybe look for people who are decently dressed for a change. Maybe people who have only their bio. Always there's something that's holding you back that's very small to the level of success. And so just work at it, work hard, keep resilient, and never say that I'm too poor to succeed. No. When things are low, keep on working at something when you don't have, so that when you have, you've already established a routine of how to work. Because if you give up and say, I'll wait, and then probably if I did not concentrate on creating good content, and then all of a sudden I fall into money, I have the gimbal, I have I have the ring light, I can pay for the apps, but I've not been producing content. So whatever it is that I produce will still not get a lot of viewership, because I'll just be producing it because I can afford all that. But now, because slowly as I have challenges, I am learning how to give the best of myself. It is preparing me for that time when now I will have all these tools at my disposal, and then I'll produce something more quality. So I'm encouraging you to continue doing what you're doing, to continue trying, not to give up, to have resilience, to have perseverance, and may it all work for you. Thanks again for all those who've been watching me. If you're a YouTuber and you're not using CapCut, do not fear that you have to pay for it. There's a free version. And so, like putting in words, putting in letters, adding volume, the basic components of improving on your videos is very simple. TikTok is different because TikTok gives us the editing app right on inside TikTok. YouTube doesn't do that. And so sometimes I find that if you can't access CapCut, maybe it's not able to download on your phone, go to TikTok, put your different 3 videos together, edit them on TikTok. It doesn't matter, it might mean you'll post them on TikTok and then download them onto your phone and then post them onto YouTube. That's one shortcut that you can do. I'm wishing you all the best. Oh, and another thing which I learned in the past few days, because within the last 2 weeks, I did a video and then I put music in the background. You remember the one that I'm cleaning the house? But YouTube wrote back to me and said that I had contravened their regulations because of using music that was copyrighted. I didn't know that if it was in the background, it was the same. It was still affected. And so I'm going to pull down that video one of these days. I went looking at music that is copyright free, and I found a site that has African music. I'm going to be using that. And so I encourage you, look for sites where you can get copyright free music so that you don't use music that needs to be paid for. Social platforms are very keen about copyright issues, whether it's images or music. And so in that note, I didn't know, but I've learned, and now I'm seeing also other content creators talking about the use of copyright-free music. It's always better to use that because I've really been loving videos that are made with music, and I really wanted to have that in mind. And I tried it, but yes, it made it sound nice, but so they told me it's going to be restricted in the countries where if the music is copyrighted, and I'm so sorry about that. That's why I'll pull down that video and re-edit it again. But now, since I'm able to get this African music that is so nice that I can put in the background without contravening, I'll be trying that, and I hope you like it. Thank you very much for staying on the channel. I know this was a lot of talk, but I'm with my grandson. He's asleep and I cannot do much. The nanny has gone out shortly. So I had to produce something, and then this is what I could do. And I don't want to produce something that is very heavy that might take me 2 to 3 days to download, because again, what I saw is that the very rich videos with a lot of music and a lot of writing clips with letters on, they are very heavy. So again, transferring them and downloading and uploading them is very heavy on the phone, and I don't have that much space on my phone. So bye from Ruai. Thank you very much again for watching my channel. God bless you. Please like, please subscribe, share, get yourself notified for new productions, and give a comment if you have any comments, any suggestions. If you know me from somewhere before, because I've lived many places, and you come across my channel, say hi and let's link up and reconnect. God bless you. Bye.